All right, let's try this again. Okay, August 29th. 69 degrees again. I have a feeling this camera's reaching the end of its life. I spent about 5 minutes trying to get it to record. Couldn't do it, so I had to take it apart. It is a modular camera. So, then it wanted to record in that goofy portrait mode. So I had to shut it off and restart it again. Finally got it to come up in landscape mode, or panoramic, whatever, I don't know what you guys call it. Man, it only recorded for like 2 minutes. So I don't know exactly what's going on with it. Maybe I'll get home, clean it, switch out the batteries, and hope that'll fix it. But like I was saying, well, I thought I was saying in the other video, but it wasn't even the video, it wasn't even recording. My bad, I wasn't paying attention. I am now. I was watching a YouTube video last night talking about how the Evolution motorcycles are becoming the new knuckleheads, shovel heads. Because the shovel heads are becoming too pricey for the common person, common man, whatever you want to call it, to obtain and have. Because they're getting more and more rare, they are getting older after all. So that means that like me, the low dollar guys, are going to be going after the Evos now instead of the shovels. Which I can understand why. I mean, this bike is absolute blast. You know, super easy to work on. Never worked on a Harley before I got this one engine-wise. I mean, I've putzed around with brakes and stuff like that, but never did anything to do with the engine. You know what, we'll leave it right here in this gear. And I had no problem doing the bearings, the cam, lifters, push rods, cylinders, rings, I mean, it was just, for me, this was kind of like working on an old two-stroke. That's how simple it was. And the carburetor, way simple. I mean, you got the main jet, you got the pilot jet. That's it. Like I know a couple of those Yamahas, Kawasaki's, and Suzuki's. They have 3 jets in them, plus that little injector thing, which always seems to get clogged. Anyway, super simple. I mean, the timing, right? It's right there. You take off the cover, 2 screws, and you can adjust the timing. It's great. So I can see why the tinkerers and the guys that want to build bobbers or choppers or whatever are going to be considering this motor now, because they are plentiful. You know, like last night I was on Marketplace. Was it me or the millwrights? Well, anyway, we were looking at bikes again, and he was like, hey, check this one out. Road King from down in Virginia, 180,000 miles on it. They only wanted $2,000 for it. The bike looked perfect. The paint was perfect. The chrome was perfect. The exhaust wasn't blued or nothing. But it was knocking and blowing black smoke. The engine needs rebuilt. Hell, if it just needs a top end, that's less than $1,000 if you do it yourself. I mean, just get the stock 80 cylinders, pistons and rings and all that like I did, that's like $550. Yeah, $100 gasket kit and only use half of them. Well, at least I got the complete kit because I wasn't sure of what I was going to get into. And mine was more expensive because I did get, mine was up around $1,100 whenever I redid mine. Because I did get the cam, I got new lifters, I got fueling lifters, I got fueling push rods. So I got an Andrews EV27. Absolutely love it. But yeah, and like I said, it was super simple. Everything on this bike is easy. I can see why guys are starting to go back to this, you know, choosing these over the twin cams and the Milwaukee 8s. Keep in mind, I had a twin cam before this, and now I barely ride the twin cam. I rode the twin cam once in a month. This bike is, I love it so much. But, so yeah, I mean, I'm glad they made and sold millions of these bikes. And I'm thinking I might have to snag up on a couple, even though I don't have room, just so I can have spares before they become rare and out of reach for me. So I might have to do some hard soul searching, thinking, and juggling some money around here. Because I would still like to get the 6-speed in one of these with that. Well, I'm going to go with the Ultima engine because it's like half the price of an S&S engine, and hope for the best. You know what I mean? I've heard good things and bad things about those Ultimas. Alright, we're going to cut it here. The sun's starting to come up over there. Let's see. Go ahead and get yourself something to ride. Snag up these Evos before they become out of reach. Watch out for cars, deer, and other furry creatures. And enjoy life while you can. I'll see you tomorrow. Later on. Shit, motherfucker! I ain't see that son of a bitch till it's way too late.